Hello, everybody. I am here today to talk to you about the transformational quality of bringing in daily rituals into our life. This is something that I did not embrace for a really long time. And then there was something that clicked within me, and I got it, and I understood. And today I absolutely embrace rituals. And I want to just be able to, I'm just here today to share with you some of my favorite rituals and give you the opportunity to try some of them on for yourself. So, my name is Jamila Blue. I am a transformation coach, an astrologer, as well as an energy practitioner. And today we're here to talk about rituals. Some of the challenges that I have found regarding bringing a ritual into my daily routine is the time constraints. Especially, I was a single mom for so many years. The majority of my life, I was a single mom. And so to be able to bring in a daily ritual, it really felt impossible for me. And then I was able to recognize that it doesn't have to be complex, it can be really simple. It's really about the intention that we set behind our daily practice and being able to hold ourselves in a place of self love and self care, because that's what this is. It's a way of being able to bring in our connection to the divine while offering ourselves self care. Rituals can be very grounding, they can be really helpful with our focus, and it just is a way to be able to start our day out right. Kind of like we are taught to make sure that we eat our breakfast in the morning because we want to be able to start our day out right, or to exercise in the morning to be able to start our day out right. This is no different. So it's really all about that mind, body, spirit connection. And rituals, what that's going to do is bring in that spirit connection to get ourselves balanced throughout the day. So even if you don't think that you have the time, I assure you, you can carve out a moment or two, because that's really all this takes. So let's talk about a few. A couple of my favorite rituals that I like to do daily is after I pray. I like to meditate. And in my meditation, I'll bring in visions of my day ahead. I'll bring in visions of what I want my future to look and feel like. I also like to be able to bring in a journaling practice, to be able to journal out just the things that are on my mind, and to be able to get it down on paper, or to be able to also connect with my higher self through journaling. Especially, I live by myself, and so I don't have anybody to be able to really talk things through sometimes the way that I would like to. And so being able to journal that through really helps me connect to my higher self and to be able to listen to that higher wisdom as it comes through. It's pretty incredible how that happens. Another way to being able to bring in rituals into your daily life is using affirmations. I am love. I am light. I am whole. I am abundant. I am statements go a long way. There are a lot of affirmations that you can bring in. I like to take a couple of my favorite, whatever is resonating with me in this day and time, because it always changes, right? We're energetic beings, and our energy fluxes from one place to the next fairly often. I don't know about you, but it sure does with me. So today my affirmation may be I am enough, or tomorrow it might be I am filled with prosperity, joy, and health. whatever. So I like to be able to write down the mantra that I'm working with and to be able to put it on my bathroom mirror, to be able to put it on my dashboard in my car, to be able to put it in places that I'm going to see it because like so many of us, I'm such a visual. So if I don't see it, I forget it. And if I forget it, it just doesn't happen, right? And so, sometimes I have to play games with myself, or I have to do things where I place things deliberately in a specific place that I know I'm just going to trip over it, so to speak. So, affirmations is one of those things. So, for myself, bathroom mirror is great. For you, put it someplace where it works best for you. And so the ritual, it doesn't have to be complex. It can be something simple like going through and envisioning your day, or going through and journaling down a couple of prompts, or going through and putting down some affirmations. It's really about starting your day out right. And also, it's a great way to end your day. I also love to be able to end my day with being able to journal, also meditating on what my day was and what my next day is going to look like and how I would like it to come together. So, those are daily rituals that I like to put into place as well. One of my favorite things when I'm doing my morning meditation is to be able to bring in the essential oils. As an astrologer, I love working with plants and planets. And so, right now, since we're in Taurus season, we're in the month of May currently. So, I love to bring out rose, is one of my favorite oils for Taurus, as it's Venus ruled. And Venus loves rose, and it is one of the most high frequency oils that's available out there. So it just really helps to set the stage and bring my ritual practice to the next level when I can bring in aromatics, and plants are an amazing way of being able to do this. So you can sometimes I'll also just intuitively pick out a couple of oils that are speaking to me. I'll go to my big box of oils and just kind of look through them, and one or two of them might be like, hey, pick me. And then it's kind of fun because I'll look up what their emotional quality is. I don't have them all memorized. I've got great books that tell me those things. So I'll look up what the emotional quality is, and being able to recognize just how amazing that is, to pick that out, because it's usually spot on, perfect based on what I need in this day and time. So being able to bring in essential oils into my daily ritual is also really, really great to be able to do. A couple of other things that you may want to try out is being able to write down what you're grateful for. Having a gratitude journal. One of my favorite times to do this is at night before I go to bed, to be able to state the things that I'm most grateful for. And it really just places my heart in this heart open space, which allows me to receive. And it's also really great in the morning when I wake up to be able to get into a state of gratitude as well. Another thing that I like to do, I'm giving you a lot of tips here. Another thing that I like to be able to do, that you can also try on, is some breath techniques. As part of my morning meditation, I'll do some self Reiki, and I'll do some breath work techniques. I really enjoy doing 4x4 breathing. I've talked about this in a few other videos, but it's essentially being able to breathe into the count of 4, hold on the count of 2, 4 counts, exhale on 4 counts, and then have an empty breath belly on 4 counts. So this 4x4 breath is really incredibly grounding. Sometimes when my mind is just all over the place, if I'm just looking at centering my mind, that breath technique will just really help a great deal. So I highly recommend that. It's usually what I'll do when I start my meditation. I'll pull out my oils. I'll give them a drop or two on the places that I'm being spoken to place them, and then I will go into doing some breath work while bringing in some gratitude and envisioning my day ahead. And so it sounds like a lot, but really it's not. Typically, 5-10 minutes is all that's needed. So like I said, it's just been one of those things that over the years that I've developed into my daily practice because it really just helps me start my day out in the best way possible. And like I said before, I used to really have a challenge with any type of ritual. I didn't get it, I didn't understand it. It felt very religious to me. I've got lots of different religions in my background, and so it felt very religious. And so once I began to understand the power that it has, and it can have the transformational power that it can have in our daily lives, I began doing it as every day when possible. There are those days that it doesn't happen. However, those are very rare and few and far in between. And, we're all human. We have to start somewhere. So I encourage you to just start where you are and, take a couple of these suggestions that I have and try them out. See what happens and go from there. One of the things that I absolutely love about my morning meditation with envisioning my day ahead is I can really feel into it. And even while I'm wearing my astrologer cap and I can see it might be a little cray cray of a day, or there might be some things that might make me feel a little wary about whatever might be going on in the planets. Um, it really helps me just envision myself pushing through any obstacles that might come my way. It helps me being able to practice trying on if there's some situations that might be expected on my day ahead that might be challenging or difficult, being able to envision the best outcome, it helps my mind practice some of those scenarios and to be able to be more prepared for them as they do come up. And also just being able to find that place, that baseline of joy in my morning meditation as I really consider what would be that perfect day ahead of me. What does that mean for me? Like keeping it realistic, that doesn't mean that $1 million is going to drop out of the sky and, voila, all of my problems will be solved. It's not like that at all. When it comes to being on the spiritual path, it requires us to hold a vision, which is our intention, and then take the action steps. And that's where the universe is going to meet us at. So the more thoroughly that we can envision and feel into our body, our day ahead, the more grounded that we will be in that, and the better our day will be as a result of it. Don't believe me? Give it a try. I challenge you to try it for 30 days. See what happens. I guarantee you it is, by doing that simple technique, will make a major impact in your life. It certainly has for me. It certainly has for so many others. And I know it can for you as well. So we talked about breath work, we talked about journaling, we talked about gratitude, we talked about affirmations, and we talked about essential oils. There's so many great ways to be able to create your own daily ritual. Find your own. Find what works best for you. These are just some of the things that have worked really well for me that I encourage you to try on. See what it feels like. Give it a real shot of being able to see how you feel, and just write out. Make it a bit of an experiment. Write it out how you felt and what the outcomes were. You will not be disappointed, I assure you. What I have found is that daily rituals are a really impactful way to bring in self care into my daily life. being able to give myself the space that I know that I need to be able to incorporate a few of these things or all of them. I do have the days where I need to bring in all of the things, but to be able to do that is just really a beautiful form of self-care. So I really encourage you to try on some of these things. Also, I would love to be able to hear what some of your favorite transformational rituals are. Leave them in the comments, whether it's any of the ones that I have mentioned or any ones that I have not that work well for you. Would love to hear about them. And also, I hope that you decide to like and subscribe so that you can get more videos like this to your box. And it really just helps support me. And it helps keep me encouraged to do more of these videos. All right, y'all, you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.